Before we begin, I do want to say I am sick. I am getting over a cold, so my voice does sound a little weird, so I am sorry, but I did want to get this review out to you guys because this movie is playing in very few theaters for a very short amount of time, and I want to let you guys know whether or not it is worth your time right away. So with that being said, thank you for understanding and enjoy the video. So I just watched JoJo Rabbit, and you know what? It surprised me. Now, I didn't have the highest of expectations for this movie, but the promotional material I saw, like the posters and the screenshots of the movie, just looked goofy. Not in a good way either, like a straight to VOD type of movie. It just did not look that interesting to me. But I do have an obsession with the Oscars and Oscar season, and seeing that JoJo Rabbit is going to be a strong contender for a lot of different categories, I had to watch it to see what it was all about. So with that being said, I was cautiously optimistic going into this movie, and my God, this movie was beautiful. I saw the film with a couple friends, and we all agreed that we weren't completely on board for the first 15 to 20 minutes. It didn't grab our attention, and we didn't really know what direction the story was going in. It was unique and it was doing its own thing, but it felt like it was lacking substance. But at a certain point in the film, it just clicked for all of us. Once we really got the idea of what the film was doing and how it was doing it, it was an incredibly engaging time. The performances were all great, with Taika Waititi and Roman Griffin Davis being the standouts. By now, it's kind of expected if a child is in a movie, chances are the performance will be weak. Now, that's not true for every child actor. There are some great child actors out there, but it tends to be true for most films I watch, especially if they are the focus of the film. It's easy for them to overact, not fit the tone of the film, and just feel out of place. It's not necessarily their fault. I mean, how much acting experience can you really have at 10 years old? But they can ruin a movie, especially if they're the focus of the film. So needless to say, I was a bit skeptical about the lead actor being so young, but damn, I was blown away. Roman Griffin Davis was great in the film and was carrying the movie for the most part. Yeah, he had the help of Taika Waititi, but the majority of the film's focus is strictly on him. And to see him fit the role, have range in his performance, and be able to be the driving force of the film for most of the runtime was a genuine surprise to see. He killed it. As for Taika Waititi, at first I thought it was far too goofy and out of place for him to play Hitler the way he was, but you know what? It worked. He was hilarious. He fit the tone the film was going for and added to the charm of the film. Really, just seeing all the shoes he had to fill for the film is commendable on its own. Producing, directing, writing, and performing, it's hard enough to do one of those things alone, but to have to do it all and have the film be as fantastic as it is, round of applause, because this film was incredibly paced and directed. The cinematography was great too. There was nice depth in the shots, the symmetry looked beautiful, the saturation of the colors was just right, the lighting was great. Overall, it was a very nice looking film. In terms of the story, I did not expect it to be as heartfelt as it was. It seemed to start off as strictly satire and comedy, which is fine, but to be honest, it's not my preferred genre of film. But to see the story get as emotional as it did was what made me go from liking it to loving it. The setup and payoffs that are in the film are obvious, yeah, but they still make an impact on you, and believe me, you will feel emotional when certain moments happen in the film. It was a story that weirdly enough made me have faith in humanity. At times I had a huge smile on my face, at times I was sad, at times I was laughing, and at times I was in suspense. And never did this film feel unfocused. To have an audience member feel this many emotions without the writing feeling messy or unclear is not easy and should be noted as a great achievement for Taika Waititi. This film as a concept alone doesn't feel like it should work as well as it does, but trust me when I say this is easily one of the greatest films of the year. And I know I've said that a lot for the past few films I've watched, and will probably be saying it for a few more films, but 2019 is shaping up to be a great year for film. This is a film that is lighthearted, but isn't afraid to get dark. A film that is fun and whimsical, but is not afraid to put you on the edge of your seat. It's a film that makes you laugh, but isn't afraid to make you cry. It's got it all with a great message at the end of the film that will resonate with you. I'm glad I gave this movie a chance, because had I not, I would be missing out on a fantastic film. If this movie happens to be playing in a theater near you, check it out as soon as you can. I know they are opening this movie in very few select theaters, so the chances that it is in your area might be slim, but I would absolutely say it's worth the extended drive to see this one as soon as possible. You won't be disappointed.